Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, hello. Balls indeed. Alright. Time to go to Limbus Company now. It's time to Limbus. I haven't completed Canto 5 to 8, but I need to complete the story now. Because, this is a limited time stuff. I can't exactly put it off now. So, yeah. I have not completed Canto 5 to 8 yet, which is a bit annoying, but it is inevitable. I got beat it though. Gotta beat it out because I don't miss out on the Limbus story. I've not gotten any spoilers apart from the fact that apparently there's something about them learning about Dante's ability to revive and stuff, which is cool, I guess. Limbo's got balling, right? Cool. I'm probably gonna use a few boxes. I don't think I actually have enough I don't have energy right now. I don't actually have enough energy, I think, which might be a problem. I'm gonna wait for this to load up first before I review real quick. Oh yeah, didn't I put my audio a bit lower too because I was like playing some YouTube in the background while I was doing Mirror Dungeon. So I need to quickly do. Hold up. Where is it again? Actually, I probably should show my settings. Audio. There we go. Much better. Oh, I did not save. There we go. Perfect. As you can see, I got 2,730 right now, and I have two. Actually, I might as well do it now, right? All right, guys, let's do it. Let's do more gambling, baby. Give me a second. Can I put that there? Actually, I also got two 10 extracts, so that's always nice. So yeah, let's do it. One. Let's do gambling, baby. Damn, no green. No, whatever color that was. It was. One more. Come on. I'm so close to guaranteed, dude. God damn it. Damn. All right. I can do two more, and then after that, I need to I need to do guaranteed. So sad. Gold. I don't need gold though. Please. Man, this is such a scam, brother. A butler. Ooh. I got made. Hey, cool. Alright, we're gonna have to go to guaranteed here, I guess. Yo, Cleed, Evershine, welcome to the stream. Good luck on your pulls. Yeah, I already pulled once in a previous stream, but I did not get it at all because the ego drop rates are a complete scam. Well, I can get something now. What should I get? I'm thinking. I really like houses. I might get Faustus. I might get Faust, but I heard Gregor like his only good one of his few good egos are here, so I don't know which to choose. I really like Alcid, but like at the same time, I heard that Gregor's ego is pretty good, and Faust is more like a different version of the Blood Faust thing, Blood Feast, whatever they call it. I think we're going the first study. Man, screw you, Malolo, screw you. I don't know. I'll think of it. I'll think of it later. Side grade the fluid sac, yeah. Did I get? Why did I? Oh, it's this. Right, I have a new one. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Faust or Gregor? Faust or Gregor? That's the question. You know what's fine. I think right now my team. I don't need. I think. Hold up. So okay, so that's announced. That's cool, I guess. Man, I'm so indecisive here. Gregor or Faust? Gregor or Faust? This is at least a higher coin user crash. So it has higher coin power. Okay, interesting. You know what? I'm gonna go. I just like Calcit. I'm gonna go Calcit here. I'm gonna go Calcit. What up? Yeah, this is a Calcit. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Calcit's one because I like it. There we go. We got Calcis 1. Ooh, we got 200 Starlight too. Not bad. Alright, let me equip it. Let me... How do I go? Oh yeah, I need to go. I need to hold this, right? Ego... Oh, not hold. I need to tap. There we go. I'll choose you instead. I need to upgrade your thread spin too. 1... 2... And oh yeah, I need 100 of that. I don't have enough. Crap. Guess you're gonna... You guys are saying I also have you at like 3, right? Yeah, I also have you at 3, so it's fine. It's fine. Alright, time to use that, I guess. Oh boy. Passive healing is always nice for me. Yeah. I always just use blood. I usually use blood feast in case Sinclair is like going too down. My grip Sinclair is going too down low. Alright, I guess it's time to do story now, right? Yeah. Yeah. For the record, again, if you haven't seen what the screen says, I have not completed the Canto 5 to 8 yet, so there might be some things I don't get. There might be some things I just don't get here. So yeah, let's do this. Oh, I can only deploy 4. Okay. I should probably change some of you, right? Okay, I should probably change some of you actually. I keep holding it instead of tapping it. I guess I'll do. I'm gonna go for. What should I go actually? I have no clue. Also, I've been choosing one specifically for my bleed team. I still haven't bleed built any other. Maybe I go for a sinking team next. I don't know, but yeah, I'm still kind of just building up my bleed team. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue. Okay, I'm gonna go for this guy, I guess. Should I choose anyone else? Yeah, let's screw it. Let's just go in and just see how well we do. Let's just go in and just see how well we do. So for the normal stages, all ID and Eagles to be up to 54, 55. Yeah, I was just trying to choose which one to get those buffs, but screw it. I'm just gonna go in. I guess I go like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be good enough. Let's see. So yeah, again, there might be some things I don't get. It might be references to previous cantos. I don't know. I don't know how to do this, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let me just actually. I was exploring a lobotomy corporation branch when my consciousnness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition itself, for the concept without form, floats into a shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but Saudet told us that the Hongyuan Laboratory Corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. Goddamn, I can't say the abnormalities, which had appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than we encountered so far in our journey. And okay, so that's probably I didn't get spoiled, unfortunately. With like apparently like the sirens are in here, which is interesting. Is it called the sirens? I think it's called the sirens, right? There's a blue, and it seemed to pull just as I was recall this abnormality. Actually, is the mayor's like I got spoiled a lot of things, which kind of suck, which is why I'm doing it now. Scenery for incalculable thoughts crash through my mind like waves before ebbing away to shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere in my own consciousness when I realized this. Just how long am I going to be adrift? How okay, I need to put I need to turn this off. Sense of my own consciousness, floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. I float about in that strange state for a while. Is the mayor's boss fight as hard as like the mirror dungeon version of it, or nah? Is it toned down for this, or is it still as absolutely brutal as the mirror dungeon one? I assume it is absolutely as brutal. It is Limbus Company. Okay. Okay. Unfamiliar voice seizes my aimlessly drifting consciousness. Are you Dante? Alright. The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am. Ah, real relief. Hold up. Gregor, I think Dante has come too. I say you experience hardships on the story dungeon. Compared you experience hardships on the story dungeon compared to the MD. Well, I got my ass beat when it came to the. I got my ass absolutely beat by the middle dungeon. It was on normal mode too, not even hard mode. Oh yeah, it's fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I still got my ass beat when, when I was fighting. When I chose chose the Arknights back, I got absolutely beat by it, man. So who are? I should just not have this on. Actually, nothing about it. I was about to ask further questions with to this stranger with particularly long animal-like ears, but ah, I felt the drowsiness coursing back with a terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. Oh, I should just put you down a bit. Hold up. There we go. Okay, why is my game lagging? That's not good. That's not a good sign. I have to get a hold of myself. After indeterminate amount of time passed, to be fair, I was kind of win rating it, so maybe that's probably the issue actually. I was just kind of win rating the boss a lot of the time. Barely managed to wake myself up slumber to grasp my surroundings. I find myself surrounded in more familiar surroundings. There was a stranger familiar sitting on top of the rock, silent, taking into sight. A young girl who probably saved my life. Wait, so were those animal ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. I wonder if it ended up in the Arknights world, or did they transported there? By standing by the it being okay, so we're in the Arknights universe right now. Out of it, but I'm not okay otherwise. Iberia, huh? Yes, we're in Iberia. Spoiler for now. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. But I'll give that away next to an ocean. Maybe I drifted all the way to Ucorp's Great Lake. Iberia is an unfamiliar name, but that was all I got to go on. Given the city is still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radio your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. I see. Wait, you must have run into my sinners den, to the sinners den. Fog on my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were now all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? However, the ore farming scene, that's gonna be fun. I think so. I ran into them. They were looking all over the place with someone with a clock for their head. It's a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. uh, Gah. Manager Bud. Dante. There's no voice lines. Interesting. I went up an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face. In the midst of all this around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were suddenly a sight for sore eyes. Gregor Honglu. Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and phew, I came as fast as I fast as I could, and oh boy, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Alright. Well, I do think I'm fine though. I guess not having any way to drink water is finally coming handy. Should go get that checked out just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? It would be bad if it wasn't. Gregor takes a moment to study his breathing, then mutters a casual quip and as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much of danger. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that lobotomy corp branch Si Chun told us about? Yeah, event mechanic. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Man, I thought that was it for us, especially you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite a mess when we realized you were gone missing. Roomba, interesting. I'll keep an eye for that. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not a Eucorp's Great Lake? Some must consider that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we're not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said. The outskirts region of the Great Lake, I met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I never met anyone who referred to as Iberian Sea, referred to the Iberian Sea that way. Terra? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by the unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? It's just a lot to take in. Oh, it's understandable. You did wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. Actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? I am Amir, the leader of Rhode Island. Please call me Amir. Just call me Amir. Wait, what? I am Amir? Just call me Amir? I am Dante, manager of Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. Seems like this Rhode Island's pretty Rhode Island, pretty big pharmaceutical corporation, but Churros ominously scratches his head before continuing some mild trepidation. This young lady with the rabbit ears doesn't know what the head is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as one Mr. Gregor explained, at least not with a name like the Head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo. Sorry, Gregor. Gregor's kind of bad with names. So, what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore. It'd be weird for any higher ups at these huge corporations to know less about the Head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it. But maybe we tumbled into a previous undiscovered zone of the outskirts, or the ruins, probably. Or maybe we really found ourselves in a completely different world. If the conjecture is correct, we're in a way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts via a door in the corridor. Amir stared at me with some concern as though she felt my distress. I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Cha-ching! Yes, recently an anomalous sign and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. And it's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant, to something that we've never observed before. So, seems reasonable to theorize that this dimensional door is how we managed to cross over to this world. I really would appreciate a false input. Where did all the other sinners go anyway? A bit late on that update to be gawking around for the other sinners now, don't you think? They're at settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how different it would be to search for someone when we're like fish out of water too, man. Man, barely got a wink of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then. So it's just you two out here for now. No, Ishmael and Yisang on the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching some elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud. We got news early thanks to Amir's comms gear, but the other team didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue to search until their shift is done. Oh, are we talking about that village you mentioned earlier? Right. You have not been there yet, huh? Yes, it is a bit offbeat the beaten path. Well, we're going to have a rendezvous with the other sinners anyway, so let's head in the village for now. Dot. Something seems to pique Amia's interest as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there. Ooh. Sure, I don't see why not. You're a plus 5 manager, bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to use some help. They closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influence from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission. Closed borders, huh? Then how did you get in, Miss Mia? We followed Dr. Gauss's directions and illegally crossed the country border. Illegally? Oh, does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Emilia? I mean, what is it? What do you guys mean? Of course, they said illegally, man. We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimensional door came to be. Huh, is it normal for a pharmaceutical company to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Yes, Rhode Island is, in essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with OTP, but we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. High-risk areas, huh? Wait. What about your companions? I thought you came all the way here on your own. We were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop. Yes, second in such an area. Then, there. Are we fighting now, or we stood there as we stood about confused, and Mia noticed something pointed towards the seashore hidden behind large and cragged rock formations. What are we supposed to? Huh? Oh, Scotty, I think, right? There was someone wielding a lengthy great sword, bickering with two familiar faces. Again, move. You're in the way. You need to worry as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. ... Listen, I'm not worried. It's... Come on, better have 3 fighters than 1, right? I still don't know about event mechanics. Besides, you were the first one who ran out here. Didn't you... So I have a lot of questions. Didn't you just renovate everything? Yisang, Ishmael, Dante, you are unharmed. And here I was, getting ready for a 3-day long search. What a belief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you. So we managed to find them thanks to the help from Miss Mia here. Mia? Are you two acquainted? No, not a good time for a reunion. You can wait. Until after we take out the sea monsters. Scotty, are those two organisms the seaborn Kelson mentioned? There's the sea terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated one among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea terrors? I hear the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. When I turn to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smell the heavy, wet scent of brine. At the end of my gaze awaits strange monsters, unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I've ever seen. It's as if in the sea itself is encroaching onto the land. Oh yeah, no, it's not Simon. It's called the Seaborn, right? I was so we went at the Great Lake, but I'm not so sure anymore. Our experience with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put in a wary mood, as Ishmael seems to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries, after all. Not there. What are your senses say? It's unclear. I'd say the closest comparison I could make is with the whales, but even that's not conclusive. Huh. More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for a battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them though. So let's take them out. Alright, time to fight. Let's go. Alright. That was pretty long actually. How long was that? Oh, it was almost like 25 minutes of talking. Okay. Alright, hopefully don't lag too much. Alright, it's time for us to win rate, baby. Actually, I probably should check at least check the gimmicks here, right? Sinking, nervous impairment. Stagger, 25%, so can't get to 30. Who cares? Let's go! Win rate! Let's go! Let's go, win rate! Let's go! I have no clue. I have no clue. I only know like Hong Lu and the Solomon Lament Lee Sang, and also Greg is my main team. I don't know anything about Ishmael's kit, so yeah. Got no clue about Ishmael's kit though. Let's go win rate. Let's go win rate. How many enemies are there? I didn't check. 12. Okay. 12 enemies in this. Let's go win rate. Let's go win rate. Let's go win rate. Let's go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's a bit of lag. It's a bit annoying. But it is what it is. I should not be lagging a 2D game right now, but it is what it is. Owie. That's fine. Man, there's so many enemies right now. I mean, a lot of enemies here. Alright. Alright, that's also been dealt with. There we go. Ooh, not bad. Alright. Oh, we got the Amiya a voice line for this one too. Cool. And that has been taken care of. Let's go. When I was playing the Mail Dungeon one, the mission comic stuff was actually pretty cool. I got kind of jump scared by it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. All remaining enemies have retreated to sea. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, the two bosses. Yeah, I'm not excited for that. I guess. Yeah, I'm not excited for that. I want the video and everything, man. I don't want to think, man. I don't want to think. I didn't think I had to deal with anything remotely. I was like Great Lake. You can say that again. Taking us a whole day if that Scotty character didn't occupy the other half while this Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. I was catching our breath after the battle. I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at the source, I saw Scotty glaring at me with his palpable alarm. With palpable glaring, oh, strange people who transform. And ahead of a clock? I guess they're both technically true. Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess. I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh? Yeah, now you guys figure it out? Now you guys figuring out that Amir can hear it? Yeah, now you only ask? Come on, guys. Yeah, what's going on there? Huh? Yeah, it completely flew in my head. I didn't even question how weird this is. Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know. It's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say. What kind of emotions they're trying to convey. Doing a Virgilius. The explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't feel uncanny sensation from me that I felt from them. He's doing Virgilius. So she can read me kind of like how Virgilius can, I guess. Well, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's a bit of a hassle to always need Faust or Hong Lu to translate for you, Dante. I don't know exactly how she can understand Dante, but don't think we got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anything about where else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'd help us find our way back. I'm glad to be working with you two. Also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Yisang. Took the words right out of my mouth. You already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on a sunfall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with. I mean, we do have a clock technically, just not a time telling one as far as I can tell. Quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not on time. Why the clock head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. I look away from the Cassetti's inquisitive eyes, which was solidly fixed on my face. I'm gonna go mess up a mirror dungeon. The coasts of Iberia are hardly a good place for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that they made the ocean. So how did people manage to build a village at a place like this? The monsters are called seaborns or sea terrors, yes? While it is true they pose a certain difficulty, they are hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring a scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based on the brief skirmish. Don't judge them based on the brief skirmish. You're just telling us to be on our guard, right? Scotty can be a bit cut, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quietly quickened my pace as we walk to the village. Alright. Alrighty. There's two bosses here too. Interesting. Man. Not bad. Purely reading this one. Alright. Let's read. Man, okay. I mean, my jaws are starting to tire out from talking. Ah, so it looks like a village. It's more like ruins of one, isn't it? Doesn't seem like they've done anything proper to upkeep the place. Not in a while, at least. Ooh, and you should play Arknights? Yeah, maybe. Are they really here living together? The strange buildings tells a story of the former prosperity of a bygone era. Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. On it, I see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Moto. Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of a long, silent abandonment. But we don't see any kind of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate. Be it a syndicate or a corporation, and fix it up better than this at least. So where are the sinners? Ah, is it clearing down there where? Trying to do okay. I think I know who that is. Don Quote. Ooh, and that is when you young Ishmael boom, command was resonant. Say no more. I didn't have to try to search for them. The unmistakable soreness and familiar voice echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. That gone Quixote voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on stage, regaling the group of people in rags with tales of our adventure like a traveling thespian. Answers, ye dogs! Oarsmen! 'Tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate of the vessel, Metamorphoses, shall never... Ishmael, out of my mouth, I was about to regale them with the most fantastic tale of adventures at the great... Manager is quiet. Very well, thou hast returned with Manager Squire, safely in tow. What? They found the clock head? A burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard stories about a legendary sarcasm with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? While the exterior may carry elements that inspire fear some, there's no cause for alarm. Yeah, they may look like that, but it's De Dante, our manager, and the rest are very hard when needed. ... Oh, hello. I'm sorry, who are you two? They're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. This is Miss Mia, me leader of Rhodes Island. Okay, Malolo, can you smite that bot down, the clanker? This is Miss Scotty, the operator. They've been along with us for a little while. With us? We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhode Island investigating, have something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Liberia. As Amir was bringing the sinners up to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You are friends of our saviors. Saviors? Verily, 'tis quite the grand title that is yet to readdress. Besides by saviors, they're referring to only Faust and Otis. Faust gave me a light nod and made eye contact, but I could tell that her lips were drawing a very subtle smiling arc. I'm guessing that only did happen. Great. Chroma would be proud, I guess. that they were quite mistrustful upon their initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? Whatever from the Inquisition? Oh no. Oh no, what do we do after we're trying to get here? Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They're all the let's I have no clue what that means. You can't do that, Ryoshu. We can't pillage their storage depots. It looked like they already had enough as it is. I don't think that this think is a good way to get started either. Should we just find help somewhere elsewhere? Just look how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Perhaps we could inquire as to whereabouts we had decide our lodging. Well, the landscape is suddenly reminiscent of U Corp. I don't think I recall seeing or learning about any place that looked like this. So I can't say I've been to every corner of U Corp. As again, what business do outsiders have here? Just stopping by to say hi, good luck, April 5 hard mode, kind of difficult. Have a great stream, God bless. Thank you. I don't know pronounce it, but thank you. I do appreciate it. Their fingers are tightening around their grips the weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can't have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company, where we are fixers of justice. God damn it. Fixers of... Oi. Fixers? That over there, it's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? Or all these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief, this does not concern you. It is not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run tests to rule out any stability issues? Seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? General design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts with the design. This design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. You identified all of that by merely glancing at this blueprint? You must be the village chief then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assistance, insisting in their ship repair, we promise to ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized, but perhaps going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return to where something we came. Does that mean we can find a way back to somewhere out in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we're currently working based on a hunch. A hunch? Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turned around to look at Faust, who solemnly responds, "If we are really in a different world, even something just a scarf has to be. No issues were encountered in the repair process." Faust smiles faintly as she looks around, and she pulls me in my hems. She whispers in a low voice, "Our connection to the digital shaft is currently operating at suboptimal levels, Dante." Interesting. So it's still connected, at least. Indeed, it is. However, even the exchanges of simple information are taking a dozen of hours by current calculations. Is this a warp train situation because we're in a different dimension? The cause should be identical. We have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Faust is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to be closed this time, unlike the situation back aboard the warp train. So, to get back where we came from, indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. And from that, you came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to the sea. Yes, well, I'm also a genius after all. I may have conjectured that we probably came for a dimensional door of some sorts. of sorts. Looks like the dimensional door might be what Faust is looking for. With high likelihood, yes. At least there's a way back. If I find myself calming down a little. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think you can wrap up the repair job? As fortune should have it, a majority of most time-consuming parts of the repair has already been completed by the locals. Shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get its core part ship shape again, executive manager. We'll be staying here for a few more days then. How did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resisting, but not any of us got a proper night's rest. Still, we went cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with that local map they drew us. Also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Ah, looks like a sack to collect water. Give it here, I know how to get that installed. Must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Otis' efforts at repairing their ship. Yet, the service they provided is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Roger kept in the pockets. Didn't want to eat into their food supply when we were already pretty tight, you know. She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? That's a lot of cookies and bread. They did offer us some nosh, those dried fish things, but refused. I ain't talking about food I ain't taking food about taking food from the needy. Not that you concern yourself so much with our hospitality. You have done more than enough to earn your keep. I turned around to look at the source of that low, rumbling voice and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish itself among other villagers. Is that Mayor's? Is that you, Chief? There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay tonight? We do have places for shelter from misty humidity, at the very least. There is an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. Ooh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself. Hey, speak for yourself. I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since yesterday. You catch a cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me for the rest of you, but you can't afford to have executive manager or honored guests suffer that fate. Honored guests. Hey, I don't know what happened from the four who left who in search of the executive manager. First, I'd like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude for you for fighting and rescuing the executive manager, the Otis Glaze man. The Otis Glaze. I heard you are a leader at a pharmaceutical company. Acquaintance shall certainly become an handy in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged. I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they are standing right there. Man, Otis is one hell of a glazer. Can I say in your village too, Chief? The villager took a brief glance at the helms by a right wrist, then nodded. Welcome to Moto. Welcome to stay here for as long as you want. Manager Don, Manager Damn, nice. Please do let me know if you find yourself enough food. Our food supply may be tight indeed, but we have enough to share with those who hope to repair their vessel. Ooh, you better not go back on your word later. Yeah, I wonder what kind of local delicacies await dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief. What is it? Just how are you surviving out here by the sea? Perhaps the question of how we're surviving may be somewhat misdirected. For we are only pursuing every possibility avenue because we must survive. The chief responds to Scotty's perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. Huh? You going somewhere at this hour? Dot. Scotty, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we got to the village. Something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Nate wants to know if do you understand that Aga language? Aga language? No. Dante just spoke in Agarian. I couldn't understand a word of Voskadi and the chief's conversation because I don't speak Agarian. So I guess he can just kind of say anything. Maybe only that there were enough lexical similarities with one of the city's languages and the language of Skadi spoke in order to compare the meaning. Interesting. Weird coincidence. Anyways, I have some things to look into. You're too slow to see. Something you're too slow to see. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember, you're not on a solo mission, Scotty. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island. Will do. Actually, I have a few boxes. I want to get. Speaking of like Maraudon Eagle, I also want to get that Eagle. Actually, kind of worried. I just want to get that Eagle too. So like, how many boxes of the yellow boxes does it take to get one of the get to like at least like somewhat guarantee 400 shards? Oh, I could do the math, but I'm too lazy for that. Should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already. Oh yeah, we can probably just pick up an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Why is it Manolo? Trying to just know the mood that was starting to turn awkward. 200 again with 150. Good to know. 200 ego crates. Good to know. Thanks for the help. Senior 5 shot. You can shot the Manager Don's egos from the past, so you can Manager Don's egos from the past, so you can shot that. You just can't shot the gacha ones. You can shot the hold up. Let me just show. Before I go, there we go. This I can shot it here. Yeah, you can shot the past ones, but you can't shot the gacha ones. Why do I still have the? They're not do that already. Okay, but I didn't. I need 1,000 so I can. Actually, it's event bonus units. I got that, I guess. I need 1,000, right, for this? Yeah, I need 1,000 for the ego. After that, I'll probably just get a bunch of I'll probably invest the cosmetics, I guess. Man, reading already took an hour. So I'm not pause that one more, man. Screw you, man. Alright. Time for another story. Let's see it. I wonder who wrote this story. Was it like a team effort, or like did one specific team wrote it? Like, did Project Moon write it, or did Arknights write it? Like the main contributors, I guess. Yeah. Now we are ready. With the curtains and the windows removed, the smokers has an exit. Oh, thought we were doomed to shudder so as to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. No idea that work. We just had to get a small fire going underneath until the wood dries up and catches fire. The downside is being all the smoke. It's clear that she has some field experience, unlike some fools I know. I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. With over the Stein and Green's young Rodion. I can judge special pixel soup. You're making soup with cookies and jelly? No, you're not getting anywhere. But I must admit a certain level of interest, as many of our fellows visceral are often racked against agony about adjusting dishes of your making. Perhaps it'd be wiser that we save the occasion for a safer environment. Right. Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking the Merv Oti if we're ever in a situation like this. Remember? Did we? See? I think it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Yeah. Remember back last year cooking contest at K Corp? The chicken. There were only 2 people who managed to get remotely positive reviews. Ooh, does that mean we get to try all this cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something so inefficient. I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic given the circumstances. Can't be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment. Well, we are quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar territories, places. You get the idea. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach your colleagues, Amia? She shook her head, concerned. They might have lost their comm devices, or they ran into some other trouble. Could they be in danger? I don't know, but I'm sure they'll be okay. The doctor, Calcit, they're both more than capable of enough to look after themselves. Long have this curiosity lingered within me, thus I shall allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet, the activities of your corporation resemble those of charity organizations, as opposed to as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Is there all the explicated? I want to know too, man. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhodes Island is helping people? Something about what Hong Lu said brings back unpleasant memories. The horrible experiments seen through the cascade of flowing tears in the face of suffering, the embodiment of greed that left a terrible ruin in Hong Lu's fathoms. The pharmaceutical company I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite possessing the capacity to heal, chose to obsess over the profit that it can provide. There are many in Terra who are suffering from a disease. The disease crystallizes you. It spreads deeper and deeper into the infected's internal organs, eventually culminating in death. It's called oropathy. It showed me the back of her right hand dotted what appears to be obsidian crystallizations. Appearance reminded me of the biotreatments from the back street, but there was something more to it, something more restless. More sinister. It's terrible, painful disease, but there haven't been any recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable, deadly disease? Well, it varies region to region. Discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra. Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment. Yingsa began with a dark expression. Some are quarantined in places with terrible, inhumane conditions, and there have been massacres too. I don't mean to be callous, but is this oropathy highly contagious? No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact as long as the subjects are alive. When the infected dies, crystals grow and their body decays to dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague. The environments like active battlefields or casualties are to be expected. Staying within close proximity of the infected daily lives seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is. Once people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Then Rhodes Island goal has to be Yes, it is important to develop a cure for obesity, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better for the infected. That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though. That's what gives your efforts more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Mia. I really do. So this is something with Honolulu, man. I need to complete Canto 8 then. Sob for truth. The city, this world, both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we? What kind of world did you come from? This city. What kind of place is the city anyway? The kind of place with too many pointless rules. The kind of place with pointless rules. The kind of place where the moment you think this too much, you see something even worse. Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. The sinners seemed to be in agreement, as most of what came after was scathing. The kind of place where the good deeds rarely ever go unpunished, where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place full of absurdities. Absurdity is an omnipresence. Therefore, it is not a subject which one should be aggrieved. We can at least grouse about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing we can do. It would be more correct to experience it more and acclimatize oneself instead of complaining. You did say something like that last time. Just as the mood was starting to turn rather sour, Don Quixote's shout shattered through the awkwardness. Verily, nary a day goeth untarnished by villains and their fell deeds. Yet were if thee not, for an evil rise to the fixers of justice too. Don Quixote jumped from her seat and passionately shook her fist, which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down. Don Quixote, watch out! Whoa! Who is she? Behind the wall, she accidentally broke down an unfamiliar visage of. She was eating something out of a can, while reading a book. Who is she? Whoopsies! How farest thou? I apologize first. Last seemed a bit too hype today. Apologies for I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease. Art thou unhurt? Any injuries? Pray tell to what? Forget the apology. I just want to know what happened next. The fixers of justice rose up to do what? She was more engrossed in the story. You gotta tell the fixers. I love Don Quixote, man. I love Don Quixote. Know what's coming to us? Is the one who punched the wall down. Is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, no, it is quite earlier now for tales, in fact. See yourself here. Man, Don Quixote is the best. Governor Fu, calm down. We don't even know who she is. And don't you forget to share those fixer tales in the corner, not disturb our sleep. That would make us a request most untenable. These tales deserve to be announced to the world with great gusto from the center. Yeah, that's the best way to hear those kinds of stories, but we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first. Name's Mayers. Oh, this is Mayers. Okay. I'm sure. Did you meet the village chief earlier during the day? He's my gramps. This is Mayers. All right. Oh, that nice guy? She had a granddaughter. Yet, I have not seen you once, Miss Mayers, under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dried of any young blood. Like what you said, I didn't see mayors out there. Wasn't anyone else in the village we comfortably call young. You're telling me Gramps was worried about nothing and told me to stay put inside? Going on and on about dangers that the outsiders pose and everything. Seems that they do not give full faith to their saviors. You know, there are things you cannot share, even with whom you trust with your life, though I'd like to know why. My, so there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village. No, there isn't anyone around my age in this village at all. If that's the case, I guess I can understand why he'd be overprotective. Anyways, it's all done. We are... I'm good. I had enough to get an idea. You did? Oh, pray, how did you hear us? Via listening device most secret upon our chambers? Yeah, it was too small. You probably could hear it. Bad soundproofing. I could hear pretty much everything. So, Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day. Barely, I see. I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once. Well, I guess that's good enough for self-introduction, so... Care to regale me with the tale of the fixer bring justice to the evils of the city? Indubitably, then, aha! This shall do. I shall regale the tale which the legendary fixer, the arch-magnificent herself, the Red Mist, hath... I suppose that killed any hope for a good night skip. But, don't you usually pass out within a minute of your back hitting your head no matter how noisy things are? What? Do you take me for some kind of hibernating bear or something? Look, even I have trouble sleeping when there are noise all over. Is he gonna sleep? Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. I see bear in hibernation. It's a pretty apt descriptor. For the morning, he dozed off before any of us did. Yeah, okay. Side of a he clearly again snoring the moment his head touched the ground. Some other sinners were fast asleep as well. Mersault has entered asleep in his usual steadfast adherence to the routine, while Faust laid claim to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as oh my god. The sinners who had spent the entire last night searching for me in this unfamiliar land slowly began to fall asleep as well. Meanwhile, the fixer of Zoe Association's first section. Though the night was no longer young, Don Quixote was still vigorously sharing the tales of the adventures without even a single sign of fatigue. She's not determined to do this in the sunrise, is she? Oh no. Ooh. I guess it's okay, since Maya seemed to be having fun. As I continued to watch the pair with some mild concern, Amir, not yet asleep, approached me. The city, Mr. Owner to speak of, seems to be teeming with fixers of justice and exhilarating tales of their adventures. Did you actually experience all of them yourselves? No, of course not. The Arknights are usually those of other famous people. But she's telling it with such vigor, it almost sounds like she was there herself. Well, I guess if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences. Ishmael replied suddenly, taking it back to the place we were made to watch back in La Mancha land. Well, I think all those stories, even though they were only partially true, just go to show what ridiculous place it can be. We really need fixers of justice to begin with if we really lived in a just world, right? Really good place to live would be quiet, peaceful, without someone having to force it. That's true. I hope there'll be a day when Rhodes Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future. The hmm? Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mayers and I made eye contact. Did she overhear our conversation? Looked at the direction as well, but I saw Simon reacting to Don Quixote's tales. All I saw was, "Whoa, what happened then?" Thus spiked Lady Otis boldly before the show stood in our paths. Thou presumest to stand in our way, servants of master, most unworthy. I, Otis, shall re-educate you out of make it. I was now retelling the stories of Limbus Company's adventures in Hong Yuan, and Otis, who could no longer stand on this unintentional alteration of the story, jumped to her feet and shouted, "Damn it! What kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that." I am fairly certain Esmer's retelling may have been exaggerated. That's Tales of Adventures for you. It's not bound to get a bit dry when a story is told too realistically as is, right? And as is, right? You know, nothing, not even anything resembling a proper record of book remained once the profound silence swept through this village. So I've always had a craving for these kinds of stories. But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from immigrating, contrary to the tight immigration control. Emigrating. Have you ever thought about leaving this place? It's still a challenge across the border, especially since we're going to have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition. You don't seem particularly fond of this Inquisition. Why is that? That's because this village was formed by the people who grew tired of living under the Inquisition's rule and fled. Sorry, what kind of organization is this Inquisition? Sinclair asked, face turning cold upon hearing the words Inquisition, and that people fled from it. Yeah, the dagger and hammer we saw at the back of what kind of memories that so easily forgotten. Excuse me. According to Dr. Galsit, the Inquisition was what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos. That Inquisitions does very big lamp reading protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness. That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though. Yeah, they are, but there's the Church of the Deep. There's the yeah, I think I know about it. Like the people who try to turn them into like the lengths to deal with into the church that worships seaborns. Yeah, organization that worships those monsters. Yeah, they like turn into seaborns. I remember. Seems that coldest fanaticism is like wherever we go. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faith and beliefs are so common. See, the Seaborns are the ones that mess Iberia up. So, following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them. Are you saying that Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns? Those things from earlier, I guess they were kind of troublesome to deal with, but they didn't seem that strong. Anyways, it's just what I heard from the Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. Interesting. For those who are proclaimed to be on the side of justice, they seem to be fond of committing such villainy. It seems like a reasonable policy decision to make to me. Wow, this really? But it must pose a clear danger on the daily lives of the civilians. Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor. Everyone in my family died. You must have to endure such a long period of pain. To be able to say something like that with such composure. That For Iberia, they are heroes who bring land back to its glory days. But to Grams, they are just oppressors making his life difficult. That's what we have all become. That's why we all come here, fleeing from the Inquisition's gaze. Yet, wherefore hast thou decided to settle at a place that is so, run down? Indeed. Yeah, I know, but it's not so bad once you get used to it. Besides, we managed to find a new path thanks to you guys. A new path? Well, it's getting late. We'll be repairing the ship tomorrow, too? This place really has no soundproofing at all, huh? Good talk, everyone. Hope we get a chance to do this tomorrow, too. After seeing Maya's to our own room, the other sinners, those who are still up anyways, and I laid on this hard stone floor with only a thin cloth between their backs. I mean, I say what I needed. The city, know the outskirts. But it seemed the life the people led were just as difficult as they were anywhere else. Give me a second. Alright. Pretty cool so far. Mustache Ryoshu. I like how much soul is actually in that pic. It's very funny. Ow. Okay, give me a second. How long? Wow. Oh no, now I only stream about 2 hours just because I gotta do the TDS live event too. This weird anime abuse event because the starts at 12 a.m. Ah man. Give me a second. Wait, what was I searching again? Right, the boxes. I want to see the boxes. How much I have right now? 160. So the gamble, I can get like 150 and hope I can get that, but 200 is like guaranteed. So 150. Okay, I'll wait till like 200, I guess. I'll wait till like 200 because I really want to get this ego actually. I do really want to get that ego. Well, they already have the entire set of sets, so I might as well, you know. Actually, I do have 100 already, so maybe I could. Maybe I could actually. Let's continue now. Big ship. Oh, we can actually do this now. Let's go. So, how many can we do? 12. Okay, so we get backups. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And, alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. So big. Hopefully we do that. Amazing! I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Aha! ISP a name here. Tis called by the name of Rebellion of La Massa. Revolt of the Masses. Is it? A name very much married in peculiarity, indeed. Honglu chimed in that he was rather fond of it, besides being the same as the boat from his home, where Ishmael quickly jumped to correct us that its size alone wasn't easy special to the Great Lake, but it was still pretty big compared to Mephi or the Indigo Elder Skiff. Though I thought it was gonna get somewhere around Mephi's size. I thought it was about Mephi's size at most. Are you sure this you can get this fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of time consuming repairs are already completed by the villagers. The extent of our repair efforts only concerned a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Faust are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine remaining repair should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite all this confident declaration, I could I could not feel, but I feel all the unsettled by as I look at the ship. I know why, but something tells me we don't want to linger here for too long. Anytime Dante says that, everything is always something going bad. Still, please be to about it, just in case. I will not sit on a sinking ship again. Just the Great Lake was enough. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephistopheles, most of the functions of this vessel, buoyancy, gear, propellers, steering gears, are in all operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than the case with Mephistopheles. You seem confident enough, so it should be safe this time around, right? Are we talking about that rope to climb to the ship? No, there's a lift-like apparatus down here. It should take us to the ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Let us both lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think it will be sinking anytime soon. That'd be nice. Oi, are you two just going to faff about down here? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. As I made my way into the vessel's bridge, I was greeted by the extravagant interior that was as gaudy as its exterior. This isn't real gold, is it? Surely, shiny as heck here and here. I got butterflies in my stomach. I have no clue. AS. Aesthetically satisfied, she says. But it's too ostentatious, not quite my style. Our young Mephi is also quite the excellent vessel, yet imagine the adventures we can embark on a board in this vessel most lavishly decorated. Look at the advanced stuff there with the holographic screens and stuff. Looking on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked to another interface before giving a nod. There must be an of research vessel of sorts, but it does seem a bit extravagant for one of those though. Look coordinates updating in real time, it seems. The coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a smaller islet? I don't know. Islet? Nope. No islet there. Is it islet or islet? Blimey, lass. You sure know how to sneak up on people. Mayors? Haha, what? Did I actually surprise you? I didn't ask you if you guys are gonna come fix the boat today. Still, didn't think you'd be here. Why are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undersea cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Aga. Oh, so they're trying to go to Aga? Ramp's home. Interesting. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair this ship was sufficient to earn their trust and the title of saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translating. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and statements from the village chief alongside information gathered from the exchange with mayors, it is possible to gauge that the significance of this ship repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that pose a sudden challenge for ease lived comprehend, damn, really? To employ any degree of effort to attempt to maintain its more digestible language to constitute a pursuit of efficiency. Lower the baton, I implore you. I shall explain it in full. I was wondering when Miss Smartass would start gabbering at that again. So what's she on about? Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It didn't seem like he was actually going to swing the bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulder with a sigh. A brief observation of the village seemed to suggest that their subsistence situation was quite dire. Much of the daily sustenance considered dried food, most of it made for long-term storage purposes. Considering what Scotty said about how the coastal areas are full of danger, maybe those dried seafood aren't around here either. Maybe it's food they packed when they were first came to Moto? Some villages were armed, yeah. Those sea terrors weren't exactly that formidable, but given the state of the villages in, I doubt they have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed, that brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. The last and the granddad are about to visit their hometown, and they're trying to get some food supplies from there to feed the villagers, and to convince them that they're planning to use the fact that it's from the same neck of the woods or sea, I guess. Oh, so we're not just repairing their ship, we're repairing their food supply plan too. Huh. What's wrong? It's, while the expressions were rather crude, his summary of the situation was clear to the point and as easily understood. The sinister. Oh, wow. Oh my god, Hiko's being kind of smart? That's crazy! What's with them annoying nooks? Oh, wait. Oh, you sods. You don't think I am that dim-witted, do you? Top-notch intuition. It's just that it's been a while since you showed this side of yourself. Thinking back, Hiko's intuition has always been excellent, and he often put together their surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speeds. You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for. I've been too stubborn lately, haven't I? Get back here. Now with those fools out of the conversation, was he correct? Otto looked away from the usual chaos and asked Mayers. Honestly, I'm surprised. He was on point. Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the Ager will. I'm sure they'll welcome us with open arms. Yeah, I kind of doubt it. I don't want to come off like I'm overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others too? Unlike mayors or the chief, they're not Ager. I believe they will. Iberia suspects and hates the Ager for none other reason than we're from the sea, but our home cannot have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. That Tracy, may thou explain to us who the Ager are? I had initially thought of it to be a reference to a region. It seems to be affiliation of sorts. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers? I don't think that I heard of a nest that accepts backstreet people with open arms. Or maybe there used to be some sort of rich folk. If they can call the nest house Ager here, does that make them rabbit here last Ager too? Wait, what in the world you came from? Do they not distinguish between races? It's not entirely true. Delineation between races is a common concept that does exist. I only saw them in the phantoms. They were those who terrifyingly being called the cuckoo spawns. However, in a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life form in the city. The people of Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on their race, like my cactus ears. And I got pointed ears because I'm an Ager, though it's not characteristic that every Ager shares. The closest idea to what they are discussing appears to be the blood fiends. The blood fiends, huh? By context clues and the manners of word usage, including the means of classification, the closest example in our world would be blood fiends. Similar external experiences to humans, different natures, comparable sapiens. Taste of my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that makes cause with humans difficult. Maybe that the Agers are also. I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that make coexistence with the others difficult, but they're probably rare. Then where were they made subject of suspicion and hatred? That's... Well, the language is new, but the idea itself is pretty familiar to the city folks like us. Think of it feathers or falling wings, kids born in the backstreet, people who replace their body parts with prosthetics. The form is differs, yet in essence we find the thread. Dot 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 dot. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in the ways of our lives, despite finding ourselves in a distant world with different rules, race, and humans. Felt oddly discomforting. Ahem. The point is, you guys are doing a real solid by fixing up the ship. Let us move on from these gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of this ship. This way! The ship tour may have to wait. The repairs are almost completed, but an issue has arisen. So, are the sea terrors attacking right now? I assume. Wow, that's not reassuring at all. Multiple life forms detected ahead, assumed to be sea terror horde. Oh boy. The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel is surrounded. They're the same monsters from yesterday. Executive Manager, please order us to prepare for battle. Damn it. Are they the sea terrors you encountered? They looked a bit different, but yeah, probably. There are a lot of them, but if our experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. Amir, please support us in the battle like you did yesterday. Can't style fight, young mayors. I feel like I'm just gonna get in your way. Then, guys, find a place to keep mayors as far as possible from the battle. Then let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further. Alright, time to fight. It's time to battle! How dirty. Man, this takes super long. I have to do a second stream for this, maybe third stream, depending. Okay, how many enemies are there? 20 enemies. Damn. Alright. Win rates! Let's see it. I'm just gonna win rate everything. Oh my god. Let us win rate, baby. Win rate. Time to win everything. Alright, Alright. That sucks we're lagging a bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Boom, boom. Nice. Obliterated. Nice. So far so good. Alright. You got a new set here. Man, Maya seems like a cool character. I got spoiled with like some. So like I saw like a Reddit post, so like talking about the collab like with Maya's, but like Maya's like I know something happened. I guess I don't know full context, but like something happened. It's like, man, really Maya's? Oh, that kind of sucks though. Really, really Maya's? What the hell are you gonna do now? Become one of the Churches of Deep or something? Gonna be kind of sad. Alright, let's go. Man, I love win rating everything, man. I love win rating everything. That sucks that it's kind of lagging though a bit. I don't know why. There we go. Boom, boom, and boom. That has been dealt with. Mission accomplished. Nice, nice, nice. And what's over here? I assume so. This is take a while to load here. Oh, never mind. There's no story right now. Alright, cool. There's also a hard one too. Good to know. I'm trying to check a few things actually. What is this theater? I mean, I don't think I really experienced. Oh. Oh, that's what this is. So like this is just a theater. It kind of just shows what's going on right now. Fair enough. Okay, let me check out. I need to check out what time is it right now. After this stream, I need to charge my headphones, my microphone, and my phone. Most importantly, I am on 54%. If once I'm done with streaming, it'll be about 10:10 basically. 10:10. About 2 hours to charge everything. My level takes the longest to charge. I think my microphone can last about maybe 4 more hours right now. So I don't think I need to charge this. My phone takes about an hour to charge to max. And my headphones are actually pretty low right now, so I forgot to charge it. Crap. Do I have enough time? Headphones take the longest, maybe like an hour 30, which I need to max out. Could start at 12. Actually, I need to start at 11:50, so yeah, I think I need to end the stream here, guys. Sorry. Man, if TDS stream wasn't here, then I could probably play a lot longer. But I gotta get ready for the TDS stream too, because I need to work. I need to get to that. So yeah, I really want to continue this though. I only completed 4 stages, also, man. 4 stages too. I'm gonna have to do probably streams on Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe. Yeah, I would take Monday as a break because I need to do that. Yeah, but I gotta do that. But yeah, see ya, clan. Thanks for watching, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I gotta do the TDS stream. It starts like at 12 a.m. for me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to continue some maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, depending. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching, folks. See you later, guys. Bye bye. I really need to set up Twitch. I need to set up some bots on Twitch so you can redirect to a Discord and stuff. But that's fine. I'm gonna have to deal with that later. See ya, guys.